Hello and welcome to the latest edition of True Audio Files. Well, maybe, depending on when you're watching it, I guess. And welcome to 2024 also. Last year was a pretty good year. I did a couple of best ofs or my favorites episodes, the last couple of episodes, but there were a couple of things I left off of that list, of those lists, I should say. They were all, I guess they were all, two were reissues and one was a new release. And then I'm also going to go over some of my favorite pickups of 2023 as well, some used stuff I found in some record stores across the country. So let's start off by also talking about what I would like to do for 2024 in terms of content. So I would love for you guys to give me some comments below about what you'd like to see me do more of or less of, or something that you have not seen me do before. And leave those comments in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your input to make this channel more appealing to you and better. So, all right, let's get moving and let's start showing you some of the stuff that I missed on my last few episodes. One was sort of a leave off, but sort of not in a way. I had mentioned as one of my favorite reissues of last year was the Diamonds and Pearls 12 LP box set. And it definitely was one of my favorites. And I also showed the Blu-ray that they offered along with that, which, well, not along with it, but because there was a Blu-ray in that, but I'm talking about the Blu-ray of the surround sound mix of it. And also the one other thing that I kind of left off, there's two things, but one was more of one that I really enjoyed. But one was that they released a 12-inch single of a promo copy of Get Off from back in the day, where they did basically a DJ promo of it before the album got released, before they even anticipated putting that song onto Diamonds and Pearls. It was something that they released. But anyways, the big one that I wanted to talk about in this video was the Diamonds and Pearls singles box set. There were only 1,991 made. I got number 6, which was pretty cool. I had one bad one that came in the box, but I was actually able to swap it out. But the thing that's kind of cool I really liked about these is, well, number one, obviously all the singles that were from the album. So Get Off, and you have Cream, Insatiable, and then Diamonds and Pearls itself, Money Don't Matter Tonight, and Thunder, which I don't know if that one was ever released in the US. But then they also had a new song, Alice Through the Looking Glass, which is a great song, and then a version 2 of Horny Pony was the side B. But this is a great song, and it was very cool to see them make that as a single. I think these kind of sold out immediately after they were announced, and I was very fortunate enough to grab a copy, and very happy with it. They also were in a kind of a milky white color, which I'll show that as well, because that's actually, in the video, I don't think is going to do these justice, because they really look cool in person. Let's see if you can pick up on that. Hopefully you can, but just a very cool color. And the Diamonds and Pearls proper album, where you're talking about just the album itself, they released it in that same colored vinyl, which I think is very cool. It's a very appropriate color, I think, for the release of that. They also released a clear version, a black version, several other versions, but so that was that. All right, next up, one that I'm pretty surprised I didn't put on this list, and a viewer commented on my best of reissue series, or listings I should say, and mentioned this release, and it boggled my mind that I didn't put it on my list, so I'm putting it on again now. So it's Bob Marley, Exodus. I don't remember what copy I have, but not that matters. But anyways, I think they only made like 3,500 of these. Now, I admittedly do not have a bunch of versions of this. I only have I think 1 or 2, and I think they're kind of reissues, so I don't know what's considered to be the best sounding version out there, but I can say that I think this sounds the best of the ones I have, and I thought it sounded very good. So next up is the one new release that I'd forgotten to mention that should be in my favorites. There's a bunch of other ones that came out that I kind of liked. That especially there's some metal ones that were I liked, but I'm not sure if they quite would make the list of my favorites of the year. But they'd make my best metal, of course. But anyways, but this one should have been on the list. And I listened to it again after I made those videos and came to the realization that it should have been on the list. And that's Black Puma's Chronicles of a Diamond. This is the artist site exclusive version. It's got the metallic text on the front and the back. The vinyl itself is kind of a special color as well. Not as big of a fan of this color variation as I am some of the other ones, but still pretty cool. But it's such a great album, you know, very old school R&B sounding and very cool overall, just great sounding album. So, and well, I shouldn't say great sounding necessarily. It's decent sounding, but more importantly, it's just a cool vibe to the album. So, let's put it that way. All right, so here's some of my favorite pickups from this year that are used copies of records that I found in record stores. First one up is Sidewinder by Lee Morgan. Such a great album, but this is the mono copy. I have a stereo copy, OG stereo, and I also have it's either a Tone Poet or Classic Vinyl Series reissue as well of that, but very awesome to pick up the mono. Then I think this was in the same trip. I got the stereo copy of Someday My Prince Will Come and a mono copy of Someday My Prince Will Come. So that was a pretty cool find. Then I don't know if this is an OG, but it's definitely an older copy of Miles Davis Volume 2 on Blue Note. This has Horace Silver, J.J. Johnson, Percy Heath, and Art Blakey performing on this as well. So cool pickup. This one was kind of fun. I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet, though, but Billy Joel the Stranger, half-speed mastering, Master Sound Japanese pressing. So very cool. A copy of that. Another Japanese pressing, just not a half-speed master, but this is Judas Priest Stained Glass. I think that this is a first, I think it's a first pressing. It's 1979 pressing of that. And I'll kind of put these up as kind of a twofer. This is... I got these both in San Antonio on a trip to San Antonio, but basically it's a couple of early Luscious Jackson records. This was the more important of the two, Fever In, Fever Out, and then this was an EP, but both very cool pickups and very excited to have those. So that is everything I have for this week. Love to hear your comments about what I mentioned here and talked about here. And again, also want to hear your comments about what you'd like to see me do for 2024 in terms of content. So that's everything I have for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing if you do subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Hit that like button if you liked this video, I should say. And hit the alert bell, let you know when my new videos come out. So, all right, that is everything. Thank you very much. You guys have yourselves a great rest of the day and a great rest of the week. Thanks a lot.